Ever watched a UFC fight and thought, if this happened in the streets, it'd be a whole different story? Well, you're absolutely right. The octagon and a back alley are two completely different worlds. Inside the UFC cage, there are rules, referees, and gloves to soften the blows. In a street fight, there's nothing but pure chaos. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about opponents. In the UFC, fighters are matched by weight class. A 155-pound lightweight never has to worry about stepping in against a 240-pound heavyweight. But in a street fight, you don't get to choose. You could be up against someone twice your size, someone with no fighting experience, or worst case, someone who's not alone. The idea of a fair fight doesn't exist when it's just survival. Then there are illegal moves. In the UFC, fighters have to follow a long list of rules. No eye gouging, no groin shots, no headbutts, no biting, no strikes to the back of the head. These rules exist for a reason. They prevent permanent damage and let fighters compete without getting seriously injured. But in a street fight, there are no rules. Someone grabs your ear and tries to rip it off, that's fair game. Someone jams their fingers into your eye sockets, completely legal. Someone goes for a groin shot just to drop you instantly, welcome to reality. A street fight isn't about winning. In a traditional sense, it's about ending the fight as fast as possible by any means necessary. Another major difference? The ground game. In the UFC, fighters are trained to take it to the mat. Wrestlers and jiu-jitsu specialists love to drag their opponents down, control them, go for submissions and win with technique. But in a street fight, rolling around on concrete is the last thing you want to do. Why? Because concrete doesn't care about your grappling skills. Slam your back on the pavement and you're done. Plus, you never know if your opponent has a knife, a broken bottle, or worse, friends waiting to jump in. While you're locking in a triangle choke, someone else might be winding up a kick straight to your head. And let's not forget weapons. In the UFC, all you've got are your fists, knees, elbows, and feet. In a street fight, anything can be used as a weapon. A beer bottle, a belt, a rock, a chair, hell, even the curb. If someone feels like they're losing, they're not going to hesitate to grab whatever they can to get the upper hand. Now, let's talk about conditioning. UFC fighters train for endurance. They're prepared for 3 or 5 rounds of high-intensity combat. They pace themselves, conserve energy, and have corners to coach them between rounds. A street fight? It's over in seconds. There's no pacing yourself, no strategic planning, no taking a breather. Adrenaline dumps hard, and once that happens, most people gas out within 30 seconds. If you're not ready for that kind of intensity, your body will shut down fast. But you know what? Let's take a second to appreciate you for even thinking about this. Most people just assume fighting is fighting. But here you are, actually questioning how different these two worlds really are. That means you're already ahead of most people in understanding what really goes down when things get real. At the end of the day, UFC fights exist to showcase skill and athleticism while keeping fighters safe. But a street fight? There's no ref to stop it, no tap-out rule, no medical team waiting to patch you up. It's not about who's the better martial artist, it's about who's willing to go further to survive. And sometimes, the smartest move in a street fight isn't throwing a punch, it's knowing when to walk away.